9 ain't enough and 11 is too much. What's up, Top 10 Central Gang? It's me, Taylor. Hope you're doing well.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna get married.
But if I was ever gonna get married, it definitely wouldn't be to anybody like this. This is the top 10 Bridezillas that needed a reality check. Part 4. This is the 4th time we're doing this. How many crazy brides are out there? A lot. Probably. My best friend left me out of her bridal party because I was overweight, and her mother thought that that would limit bridesmaid dress choices and throw the wedding photos off. Sorry, so what you mean to say is your ex-best friend left you out of the bridal party because there is no way I could ever talk to that person again. Oh my God. I get that it's your special day, but good. Wow, that's mean. You got a mean mom. You got a mean mom telling you can't have your best friend because she's gonna throw off. They make dresses for everybody. Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks, actually. The bride kicked the groom's lifelong best friend out of the wedding party because he lived with his girlfriend and she wanted her entire wedding party to be pure. Wait, what? Never mind that it was her 3rd marriage and that the first 2 ended due to her own infidelity, while marriage number 3 ended the same way, but at least the groom and his friend worked past it and are still best friend. What the? Dude, how is that not the sign immediately that this marriage is not going to work out? If she says your best friend can't come because he gets it, because your best friend gets it every now and again, because your best friend found a woman he loves and chose to share his life with her, but he didn't do it in front of an altar, so I guess he's the devil.
I guess that makes me the devil.
That is nuts. I mean, I'm glad like they could work it out, but oh my God. I had already been to 3 dress fittings with a bride when at the last minute she scheduled a 4th fitting for herself on the same day my sister was coming into town. I told the bride that we were having a family dinner and she responded that I needed to make her the priority instead. Bridezilla behavior. When I told her I couldn't just drop everything, she told me that in that case I was no longer required to be a bridesmaid. Holy shh, don't swear. I didn't even get an invitation to the wedding. Oh my God. That is unbelievable entitled behavior. That is like spoiled little kid throwing a tantrum at their 6th birthday behavior. What? I get that you want your wedding to be beautiful. You want your wedding to be this big moment. You know, for some people, the wedding, it's something they've thought about their whole life. They've really fantasized about it. But you don't get to treat people like that. I was pregnant and was asked to be in a family member's wedding, which was 4 weeks from my due date. Well, I went out of state to visit my significant other's family when I was 6 months pregnant, and I received a scathing group email from her, accusing me of not being committed to the wedding because I was out spending money on a pointless vacation and baby stuff instead of ordering my dress. At that point, I knew I needed to get, girl, really? At that point, I knew I needed to get out. So I replied all that it would probably be best if I dropped out as a bridesmaid, and her sister-in-law, who was also pregnant, by the way, chimed in saying, "Don't bother. We all know you got pregnant on purpose as an excuse to not be a committed member of this family." That is definitely why someone chooses to bring a life into this world. The only reason why you could possibly conceive of having a child is to skirt out on family stuff.
She's right, I had my 2nd kid just for the vacation.
Right.
Yeah, I know. I'd love to skip Thanksgiving, and the easiest way to do that is to spend 9 months carrying a human being inside my body. I'm glad these are just stories, because if I had to like associate faces with these, I think I would blow a blood vessel. The bride stopped talking to me immediately after her wedding because I had a terrible cold the day of her wedding and had to go rest in my room halfway through setting up her wedding decorations, which we bridesmaids made without her help. Well, yeah, you're so inconsiderate. You just had to get sick. You couldn't have a strong immune system. You couldn't be popping vitamin 12 all day and keep a virus out. You are just so inconsiderate. You should have been down there and you should have been spreading whatever sickness or cold you had to everybody in the wedding party. That's what a good friend would have done. God, the nerve of some people. The nerve. I was the maid of honor for my brother's wedding, in which he and his bride told me they had hired a professional photographer for the wedding. So I went above and beyond to make myself up for the photos, only to find out that they hadn't actually hired a photographer. They expected me to take all the wedding photos. I'm not even a photographer, not even close.
Not even close. Not even a little bit.
That is awful. Why would they tell you they hired a professional photographer if it was just you? Were they just trying to gas you up and they were doing it it in the single worst way possible. Oh my God. Oh my God, my God, my God. My wife's best friend is a florist, and she gifted her service to her friend's wedding. Well, afterward, the bride and her ma got pissy at her because she didn't give them an additional gift. Let's conveniently forget the $1,000 in floral products she gifted to the wedding. It's a rift that has never been healed. Yeah, that's annoying. The bride and her mom, because she didn't give them enough presents. $1,000 just wasn't enough presents. Every single one of these sounds like a spoiled 8-year-old, man. This is wild to me how people get Bridezillas, man, no kidding. After the ceremony was over, the bride informed us that in order to save money, the wedding party would not be served a meal along with the rest of the guests. She said, "You already had the privilege of being in my wedding. What more can you ask for?" I love that undeserved confidence. I love that incredibly smug aura.
So smug. Like he thought it was funny, like this.
And by love, I mean I actually hate that. Come on, man. I came to the wedding. You don't think I want to plate of chicken or fish? You don't think I'm hungry too? I had to stand in a wedding for like an hour and a half. I'm probably working up a real hunger. Oh, I don't want to go to any of these people's weddings. The final straw for me was when the bride demanded to see the toast I'd written so she could edit it. She ended up rewriting it all together, and I ended up skipping her wedding. Why even ask for a toast then? Why not just write out the script? Why not just send out the script for your wedding if that's what you're looking for? Let's keep going, man. My best friend just got kicked out of a wedding party because she couldn't afford to spend the $1,500 to go to the bachelorette party. The bride told her to take out a credit card to pay for it. Oh, bitch. Didn't mean to. You pay for it. You pay for it if it's that important. You're clearly throwing money around. If anyone ever asked me to spend $1,500 on top of I can't even talk. I can't even form a sentence. This stuff is making my blood boil. That was making my hair stand on end. That was making my blood pressure rise. That was making my shoe size shrink. Oh my God. I am lucky that I don't know any of these women. Be thankful we don't have to go to any of these weddings, my Top 10 Central gang. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Keep it real. Oof, these are taking life off me. These are Bridezillas. The video title was not kidding whatsoever. I promise if I ever get married, it'll be the most chill, laid back affair. You know what? Be a couple fellas, couple fillies. And we'll all just, we'll sit back and we'll have a good time and we'll listen to, I don't know, Mr. Brightside, and we'll dance and we'll smooch after it. We're not gonna do any of this stuff. Okay, back to the content. This is taking like life out of me. All right, can we see this one? You want me to zoom in a little bit? Do I not know how zooming works? Why is zooming in zooming out? Did they change what zooming in means recently? There's like a sweet spot. There's a sweet spot of zooming. This new Zoom update, it's crazy. Okay, shut up. This is the worst rambling and worst. You got nothing, man. You got nothing. Okay, get back to reading. Why is that what a 500% zoom in looks like? Or is that a 500% zoom out? Am I that technologically illiterate? Okay, I don't understand. I don't understand how these machines claim to work. I don't talk to the machine spirits. I just sit in the chair and I react. You ask me to do anything outside of that skill set and I struggle. Okay, all right, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'll just read it, I guess. I'll just read it, I suppose. Wow, okay, I'm glad that's the end of it. I was barely getting through that. I knew you hadn't seen the last of me just yet. You can't get rid of me that easy. I'm like a wart on your big toe, but like a little bit more lovable, I hope. So let's dive on in. Let's rub our hands together and let's get ready for some cringe and some Bridezillas. Wow, what am I doing? That was cringe. All right, you know what? I'm rusty and we're getting back into it. And that's what is important.